Hello Internet, it's Tom here for TJM and JMR. Once again, I'm back, and yeah, I'm going to admit, it's been a long time since I've last done one of these videos. Commentary, Modern Warfare 3, Domination on Dome, and yeah, I don't do amazing, but it's going to fit in with the topic I'm going to talk about, and that is what has Call of Duty become. It's really become more of a solo player game. In this, as you can see, I'm playing with nobody that I know. I'm playing against complete strangers, so I haven't really got a team to rely on. Now, being by myself, that means that, yeah, we're not going to win, and we don't in this game. It's particularly weird to upload something when you don't lose on YouTube. Really, you want to show your biggest wins, your biggest KDs, and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to upload this because it showed that no matter how hard you try as a single person at times in Call of Duty, you can't win. As I do alright. I mean, it's not an amazing game, but I definitely got lots of air support, brought in loads of stuff to try and help my team. Although it wasn't UAVs and stuff, it was enough to try and help hold down the enemy team and just try and maybe capture some flags. And I captured a few flags myself. I mean, in that whole process of doing things, I managed to capture some flags and get 2 Reapers and all that kind of stuff, and we still lose. But what it really shows is that you really need a team to be able to succeed in what you're trying to do. I've said a lot of times, but with this, Call of Duty is just a really different game when you're just by yourself. It feels really different. You're playing by yourself, you're having to play against a whole other team. In this, I do think I'm playing against a party of 4 at least, but these guys are really quite good. I mean, they managed to triple cap us a few times. Some of them are getting some decent kill streaks in. There's a Juggernaut at one point, which you'll see towards the end, where I'm trying to take it out with a Reaper just by myself. I'm trying to be a team player and try and help my team not have to worry about having to take out a Juggernaut, but we still lose, so whatever. But I'm really trying to emphasise the point that when you're by yourself, you have to play completely differently, and when you're in a team, you don't have to put in as much work. It's really not that hard. You can get 3 friends together, all of you go into a match, go in, and you can win literally every time. You can do that, no problem, if you're all good. Even if you're average, you can still probably win with no issue. I mean, this is domination. You capture 2 flags, you hold them throughout the game, you've won. That is it, really. But no matter how hard you can try as one person, you can't win. You need the reliability of your whole team to be able to win the game, and it's shown here. I come out at the top of the team. I think the whole top of the lobby even, and my team still loses. So that's emphasising a point. Now, of course, it's not all down to just one player to win it. It's not just down to the team. It can be what the other team is like. You can have some of the best players in the world in your team. You can still lose to another well-knit, good team. It doesn't matter how good, you know, maybe 2 of your players are. You need to have your whole team working together really well. Like, I'm going to bring in another gaming reference. You have like FIFA chemistry almost. If you have no sort of connection between all of your teammates, you can't understand what they're each trying to tell you, like your call outs are different and stuff, you're not going to win. That's the matter of the fact. If you all understand what each of your teammates are trying to say, like, all go into dome, then if somebody doesn't understand what the call out dome is, then yeah, it's a bit retarded in map dome, but whatever. You still gotta have an understanding for each of your teammates and be able to say, like, look, blah blah blah, go here, blah blah blah, I'm here, whatever it may be. It really is, it isn't hard. Essentially, you can win games quite easily if you're a good team and you're good individual players. You don't have to be the best in the world, but I show here, I go as a solo player, I do okay, but the team still loses. I think the scoreline in the end is 111 to 200, so it's a pretty big defeat in the end. We nearly only get half this score, just over half this score. That's incredible how we can lose by that much, but we do, and it really is just down to how well your team works together and is in a function. I mean, I'm not the best player in the world. I mean, obviously I'm not. I've not had any incredible gameplays recently, but it's not really down to just that one player. Like I said, you can have Sandy Ravage in your team. He can be an insanely good player, and you've got no hope still. If the other team is 6 players and they're all decent, it's still lost. You can have one amazing player. I mean, it was, like I was saying, Sandy Ravage, he uploaded a gameplay, it was a few months ago actually, where he's playing Kill Confirmed. I think he gets a Moab in that match by himself. He just goes absolutely mental, and his team still loses. He captures like 60 dog tags, or 50 or something ridiculous, and his team still loses. So the best way to win, if you're a team, is to be able to do call-outs, be able to understand what each of your teammates are trying to do. If one of you's got specialist on, they're going to be playing by themselves basically. They're going to try and make sure they get into the high traffic areas, try and kill as many people as possible, maybe even go for a Moab, because that can be a game changer at times. Now if you have somebody with assault, you're going to want them to bring in as much air support as possible. That can be aggressive and hit the enemy down, try and get as many kills as possible. With support, however, you're going to want to make sure they're using the right set out. If you have 2 people using support, you're going to want them to try and have, maybe both of them have UAV running, but the other 2 may be alternating, so one of them has like ballistic vests to give you some extra health, one of them runs counter spy plane, one of them runs a Santo. You need to vary it up so that your team is actually having some sort of diversity in what they're actually able to do, because if your team is just running UAVs, Predator missiles, attack helicopters, all your air support's going to meet at the same time, and you can't bring in 2 attack helicopters at the same time. That's the problem. Got to make sure you've got a bit of variation, and also that they can fit multiple roles. Like I was saying, you have ballistic vests, helps your team get extra health and be able to attack the team with much more confidence in a situation. But if you throw on a SAM turret, you can take out enemy air support a lot faster, and you don't need to worry about having players on your team with stingers. That's something that's also very crucial. You need to have somebody in your team running a stinger missile or some sort of anti-air support, because without them in your team, you're not going to be able to take out air support. If the enemy team is able to do as good a job as you are, but they're taking down air support and your team isn't, they're going to win. There are so many factors into teamwork and winning a game and being able to just comfortably win, and maybe even at the end just mess around, just try and go for kill streaks and stuff like that. But it all really does depend on how all your team functions together. Now, as you can see here, I'm just trying to do a bit of spawn trapping almost. I'm holding down this corner. It's high traffic areas, you can see here. End up getting a triple feed here, so you can see that instantly. There's loads and loads of people pouring through here. Pick up my kill streaks, just holding down the enemies, just trying my best, and final bullet headshot, luckily enough for me. But you've really just got to make sure you've got a variation in your team. If it is just like what I'm doing, I'm a one-man army at this point. I'm holding all the enemies down at the B flag. My teammates do finally capture C, and I'm just doing this job all by myself. It's ridiculous, but no matter how hard, like I said, no matter how hard one person tries to win a game, you can still lose. I mean, incredibly, you can still lose by huge margins, and in this gameplay is a good example of that. I'm bringing in my second Reaper. Here's the Juggernaut I was on about, that I'm just trying to take out by myself, just to help my teammates not have to worry about it, and try and capture 3 flags, maybe get a triple cap so that we can actually win, but of course not. That's the way it always seems to work for me. I always get in a game, I always do well or reasonably well, and the team lets me down or something. Even if I do know them or don't know them, it always seems to happen to me. But no worries, it's one game of Call of Duty, and there are probably going to be hundreds and hundreds of more like this in the future for me. So that's basically the end of the video. I've also got a new series idea coming up, which I'll cover in another video, but I hope you guys really enjoy this video. First one in a long time, 33 to 16, and I hope you guys work better in a team from now on. I'll see you later.